Hey everyone. Hope you guys are all having a great day so far. I have just kind of been existing, and by that I mean slowly dying from pain and whatnot. I had a lot of things that I wanted to work on today, but I'll just do those later on in the evening. Yeah, hi. Hopefully you guys like the new overlays. I got this animated. I got this cool looking background on this one as well. And, you know, I like it. I think it looks pretty neat. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. There's, obviously the starting soon screen's a little bit different. I took my hand at a bit of animation, so hopefully this looks so cool. Thank you. Yeah, we made these. I need to update my FAQ with all the assets that I used for the starting soon screen. But, it's the boy. It is the boy. What's up, BB? But yeah, so I'll update my FAQ probably later this evening. But yeah, I was editing videos yesterday, right? And I ended up editing 28 videos. Yeah. 4 YouTube videos and then 24 TikToks. And one of those TikToks I actually posted on Twitter. And I was like, hey, does anyone think this will get me taken down on TikTok? Because it's a little more of the spicy. So I decided I'd post it there to get opinions on it first. Plus I needed a good Twitter post to put up, and I figured it would be, people would like it. But yeah, so I was like, alright, so I was working on all those, and I needed to take some breaks throughout it. So during those breaks I ended up making that starting soon screen, because I was like, I don't want to edit videos. Ironically, I used my video editing program to do animation, but like it felt different. So, because I wasn't working on the same kind of thing. It wasn't like, this is a video where I have to move stuff around. This is, hey, I can fool around with this and make it look neat. And I was like, you know what? We already used the Oni waifu that Chia made. So why don't we, like, because we use it for merch, and there's like the both a little bit spicier version and the normal version. So I was like, why don't I use both for the intro and see if I get in trouble or not. So I made it so it's like the shirt kind of glitches away. Yeah, welcome everybody. Hopefully you guys have been having a great day. I'm not kidding. I literally just laid in bed all day. Like, I went to bed, I think I fell asleep around 10 a.m. and I woke up at about 1. Fell back asleep for a little while. No, I woke up at about 11:30 and then fell asleep and then woke up at 1. And then I was up at like 3:30 after having some more broken sleep. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna lay in bed. This is a day of pain. I think I overworked my brain. Because I was doing a lot yesterday, you know, like a lot. So I was like, alright, because my plan for today was before stream, I would make the new alerts. Unfortunately, I haven't done that yet, so we're gonna have to deal with what I've got. But, you know, I had some ideas for it, right? Now, I know we've discussed it before about having like the overlays go red when it's like a YouTube alert. They go purple for a Twitch alert, and we were gonna use white or something like that for like tips and whatnot. But I was thinking about it, I'm like, why don't I do pink with my other stream color? So I have that now, and then I could use white for the main screen. That way not every screen needs to be the same colors. And I was thinking like, maybe I could do like something similar for like other scenes as well, like maybe a green or something, right? I'm undecided on that, but just chatting will be blue. I'm also debating, because I like this background, don't get me wrong, I really like this background, but I feel like it doesn't quite fit. So I kind of want to use the glitch one that I use for like the starting soon screen, but with like those lines going across. But I'm not sure if I want to use that for this or not, because I would like to have like a room kind of thing set up at some point. So I've been looking into a few things, and I figured, you know, maybe. But you know, it is what it is. This one's got its neat little animations and stuff too, so I enjoy it at least. I also had a few ideas for things that I don't necessarily need, but I would like to set up. But I think I'll do that once I get the new computer. So it was supposed to arrive at Frix's place on Wednesday, and it still hasn't. So it might show up next week. And then him and I will have to figure out when he's going to be coming up to come hang out and drop off the PC for me. So lots of things that we got to figure out. But hey, new PC should be here relatively soon. I'm hoping before February, but that all depends on if Frix has the time or not. So yeah, working on a lot of things though. And today it was, oh, you boosted me. Oh, and you glitched me. Oh no. But brain worky. How's Trash doing? I'm alive. I'll say that. I'm alive. But that's about all I can say. I'm alive. After stream tonight though, we will be watching one of the MCU movies, and then after that is when I'm gonna start working on stuff. Yesterday was a super productive day because I got like 2 hours of sleep. Like I went to bed at I fell asleep at around 10 a.m. and then I woke up at noon. And then I was just up and doing stuff all day and all night. So yeah, I missed Hulk. Yeah. I mean, you could always watch it on your own, but like you don't need to watch it. Like they introduce Hulk again in the Avengers, so it's fine. Because like most people that watch the MCU movies don't end up watching Hulk. But yeah, so since I did so much yesterday, I think my body was like, not today. And I'm like, too bad, we're gonna do stuff later today. So the plan, the old Hulk movie is amazing. I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah, we enjoyed it. I do enjoy that it does stuff that the new MCU wouldn't do. Like Hulk literally rips the bone out of Abomination's arm and then just stabs him with it. Like, that's messed up, right? I don't know if you guys noticed that when we watched it, but yeah, that's actually something that he did. There was also what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so after the movie tonight, I'm gonna be making those alerts and probably animating them the way that I want to, so that they look kind of cool. And then I'll have to update all of my alerts, which for a lot of people, not hard. For me, since I have 2 different voice lines for my alerts, you would think, oh, it's just double the work. No, because I have different like voice lines for different amounts of bits as well. So yeah, there's 2 for each different type of voice line, and I think I have like in total like 20 something voice lines. So there's like 40 alerts that I have to go and update one by one. Yay. Oh, my webcam is in the wrong spot. That explains why like my head movement was really weird. There we go. Oh, I was doing some VTuber stuff while standing, so my webcam was facing upwards. So I was like, why does it keep giving me the bar at the bottom? Ah, I understand now. Used to be scared of the Hulk. I mean, understandably, he is kind of like, if he wasn't a hero, he would be like a terrifying villain. But understandably, I mean, big scary green guy, you know, that's super strong. But oh my god, I keep getting stuff in like my eyes. Ugh, struggling. I also like changed a few of the settings on my model, so the expressions aren't like the hyper advanced ones that I was using before. Or not hyper advanced, but like the actually properly track your face. They're just basic ones, and I turned off the auto blink, so it doesn't do that funky eye thing anymore. So I'm not gonna seem as alive as I was before, but whatever. It'll be fine. I had some ideas though for things that I want to do tonight. So after stream tonight, and after the movie, I'm gonna make those alerts, and then I'm going to edit some photos for an IRL photo shoot I did. And then I've also got, I swear there was one other thing. Sorry, I've got something in my eye, so my tracking is like out of whack right now. That's gonna bother me. I need to go. I know I made a tweet about it, so let's go check my Twitter. Oh yeah, I gotta make the thumbnails for the YouTube videos. and I want to make another thread on Twitter. Then after all of that, depending on if I still have time before I go to bed, I may set up some new things. Like, maybe I'll make like a BRB screen, even though we never really use those anymore. But and I was definitely scared of Hawkeye. Why would you be scared of Hawkeye? He's just a dude. Hawkeye is just a dude. What? He's just some guy. How could you be scared of just some guy? He's like the weakest Avenger. His whole thing is, I know martial arts, and I have a bow and I don't miss. But it's like, okay, that's great and all, but how do you stop missile? You know? I didn't like his hair or his face. He was just, you just found him uncomfortable to look at. Oh, that sucks, because he's actually a nice guy. He's like the backbone of the Avengers. Oh man, that's great. Is his name like Clint or something? Also, if you guys notice, I made chat a little bit larger as well. So it's a little bit easier to read on screen now too. Hopefully that's a good thing for you guys. I feel like I want to take the goal that we have in the bottom left there away for the starting screen, because it just feels like it might be a little too cluttered with it there. And I want to move the chat up a bit, but I'd need to make it a little bit smaller too, just so it's not so close to the starting soon text. But those are little tweaks I can do in the future. Right now, I think it's okay. Partially because I'd have to do a lot more than just adjust those two things, because then I also have to update the mask that I use for the bars at the top and everything to add the glow effect to them that I use with an animation. Didn't like Captain America either when I was a lot younger. I would start crying if I saw him. Man, you just didn't like the Avengers. That's what I'm hearing. You're like, if it's not Iron Man or Spider-Man, fuck them. Oh man, that's great. That's fucking hilarious. But yeah, so those are my plans for this evening and what I want to do after stream. On stream, I wanted to discuss some ideas of like maybe future things that we can work on, you know, or like ideas for like my new models and whatnot that I want to make. Because I was thinking, it's probably more effort than it's worth, because I know of a simpler way, but it's not as accurate. But there's like a visualizer for like audio that you can use in OBS. And you can use that for like, if the music in the background that you hear right now, it's got like the bars moving. But you can also just use like the, looks sort of like a heartbeat kind of thing. Like, you know, the straight line that moves up and down. So I was debating if because I want to have like the actual gas mask that my character is supposed to have. And I was like, what if I were to like set that and set it as like a dynamic mask for that effect. And then I can like apply that to my model, and that way it reacts to my voice correctly. But then I was like, that sounds like a lot of extra work that's unnecessary, right? And for some reason, I can't find any audio reactive stuff for like VR chat, even though I know that there is, but I can't find any that are just that spectralizer kind of thing, you know? And if I could get that, just put it on a mask and then ta-da. But I'm almost certain that my other way that is easier is probably smarter, so I should probably do that instead. But then I also have to design like a mask and make that mask and then have fun with all of that. So it would just be easier to be a 2D VTuber at that point. But then I need money for that. I was fine with all of DC's shit, but holy hell, I would lose my mind if I even saw a picture of Vision. Okay, but like DC's characters are all pretty much the exact same. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, one of the only characters, or one of like, what, 2 characters that are the same as DC's heroes is Iron Man and Spider-Man, right? And even then, like, it's a little bit different. Because, like, almost every DC hero is like, I'm an orphan and I'm better than you, right? Whereas Iron Man is the only one that became an orphan, and that was only after he was like, you know, like, well, I'm probably around the same age as Batman, but like, he became an orphan, and the only reason that he was better than everyone is because he was legitimately just smarter than everyone. And depending on what comic you're reading, he's half alien, right? And Spider-Man isn't even fully an orphan because he lives with his aunt and uncle, right? So not even really an orphan. But like literally like just about every DC hero that is notable is like an alien or an orphan alien, right? Trash, I love you, but let's not talk about DC. I love them. At my stream, I talk about what I want. So like all of their heroes are based off the same formula. Their villains are fucking amazing, but their heroes are so bland, right? Like, okay, at a young age, he was orphaned, all right? Or no, not even he. At a young age, the character was orphaned. They showed powers that were beyond comprehension. Then they had a pseudo father or mother figure. That person ended up being taken away from them. What DC hero did I just describe? That's right. Just about all of them. Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and aside from Alfred sticking around, Batman. Look, 4 of the main ones. Like, it's all the same fucking formula. And I think Flash doesn't fall into that, does he? I don't know. I never really cared much for Flash. Well, no, I can run fast. But then you look at like Marvel heroes, like even Thor, for example, right? You know what? Yeah, your stream, your rules, go ahead. But you gotta admit the Batman Who Laughs was really cool. It was all right. The only good Batman, in my opinion, is Batman Beyond, and that's because he feels like a Marvel hero. But like Marvel's heroes, they're pretty fucking cool for the most part. I mean, think about it, like Thor, all right? They took the idea of like actual gods, and it's like, no, they're aliens. They're just from like a very, very far away part, and they have a way to connect to our world. Okay, so that explains a bit of history stuff. Neat. He's got both parents, you know. I mean, obviously Marvel's Thor is very different than like Norse mythology, especially Loki. Holy shit, Loki. Completely different from Norse mythology Loki, but that's fine, right? And then you've got like Star-Lord even, right? Taken from Earth, all right? He's half god, like literal god, not like how Thor believes he's a god, but an actual deity, all right? Because, you know, the Celestials are deities in the Marvel Universe, all right? And he just prefers, fuck it, I'm just a dude, man. I'm a dude that likes old music and I shoot shit, right? And then, you know, Spider-Man's just every kid's dream, you know? He's able to sneak out when he wants. He goes and he beats up the bad guy, and he's got the power to climb all walls, and like he's got super senses and super strength and blah blah blah, right? Like he's every kid's like fantasy. He's essentially Superman without I can fly, right? Or heat vision. But like, because essentially it's the same kind of thing, right? Because he's got like insane strength, right? He's got like insane reflexes. He can like shoot webs depending on which version, right? He either uses cartridges or his wrist. He climbs up walls. He's got like all of these things going for him, right? You got like Daredevil. He's fucking cool. He's blind, but he learned how to use echolocation, right? And he just studied martial arts and became like the best of the best at kicking ass, right? He knows what his capabilities are. He's not saving the world, but he's damn well gonna save his city block, all right? Like and then you got like adaptions off of characters that become like villains that end up becoming like anti-heroes type thing, like even Venom, right? All the same powers as Spider-Man, except for Spider-Man's like Spidey sense doesn't detect it because it's technically part him now because of the symbiote, right? Like really cool stuff. And then they just go on, and then each symbiote gets stronger than the last one. Like Carnage, Anti-Venom, all these others, right? Toxin. But then you go like, okay, well, Iron Man is pretty much just Batman, which is true, right? The difference is, instead of being like, I'm gonna learn martial arts and kick your butt this way, and then make it very obvious that I am Batman, but like I'm not gonna admit to it because I'm embezzling money. Iron Man's just like, fuck it, I'm Iron Man. Here's my address. Show the fuck up, right? Like, guy's just got attitude and he knows it, right? And like people tried for at first, and then they're like, nah, we're not fucking with that no more. No, because he got like an army of robots kick our ass, right? And depending on what Iron Man, like, motherfucker is like, again, half alien, right? And you can take like another like spin on stuff where you got like, as we talked about, Hawkeye, right? Just some fucking dude. Just some fucking dude, but he's like the moral compass of the group kind of thing, right? Captain America, as much as I'm not a huge fan of Captain America, I can respect the fact that he is a genetically engineered super soldier, and he's just a genuinely, he thinks he's doing the right thing kind of good guy, you know? So like, you know, he's very of his time as well, but you know, like the characters all are distinct from each other, right? Even though Hulk and Captain America have very similar ways of, if you were to explain how they got their powers, it's essentially the exact same thing. They got some form of radiation or medication that gave them super strength and reflexes. Difference is Hulk becomes a monster, and then Captain America just becomes a really buff dude. So I like Rocket. He was a cute little badass raccoon. Yeah, Rocket's neat. In the comics, he's very different than in the movies, but like obviously they're all going to be different, right? The MCU is not like the same canon as the comic books, and most of the comic books follow their own different canons as well because there's different universes. So I think it's going to be really neat how they do the Spider-Verse thing, because it's possible that the Spider-Verse also will connect with like the IRL one, right? Because they have like the Far From Home or whatever it was, right? That was a good movie. So if they do that, because technically they're part of the Spider-Verse too, and if they end up going with like the Web of Destiny route with shit, that's gonna be a very interesting series, even if it's considered like a side series to the standard MCU, right? Like just seeing how like Miles and all them like handle that instead of the different types of Peters, right, that we're used to from the comics. So also, if you haven't read the Web of God, my brain is flatlining right now. The Spider-Man series is based around the Web of Destiny and all of that, and how all of the Spider-Men are getting killed off and all that. It's very good, very, very good. But DC's villains, damn, are they ever good? Like, kind of stupid the way that their heroes handle their villains, but not the point, right? Like, I do love DC, but sometimes I wish they would do more with Teen Titans. Teen Titans itself, as a TV show, very good. All right. What they did afterwards, not so grand, right? I heard Young Justice was all right, but like, I don't know, like the concept of the Teen Titans was significantly better back in the day. And if they continued that story, and like, there's even an episode where they go into the future and they meet like future selves and stuff like that. You can see how it would have progressed into like the new Justice League type style thing, right? Now, like obviously there's some very, how do I want to explain it? Choice differences. Like Slade is Deathstroke. None of them are beating Deathstroke. All right, I'm sorry. The only one that has a chance of beating Deathstroke is Raven, and even then, there's not much of a chance. Like Deathstroke is essentially Deadpool. All right, like he's just not crazy in the same way. All right, he's just very smart, tactical, and immortal. All right, like the guy can't die, he regenerates. So he also uses a lot of fucking guns and stuff, but Teen Titans didn't want to put that, obviously. The villains, I love Catwoman so much. Loved her comics, now I'll reread every day. Isn't she technically an anti-hero? Like Catwoman helps out Batman fairly often, so I think she's technically an anti-hero. But I like that we're talking about comics, and the thing is, I don't even really like comics that much. Like we're talking about like two things, and I'm like, okay, on, you know. If we were talking about anime, I got you. Like I know anime, but I don't know. This is our topic right now. This is what we're discussing. Like, well, you know what? I should hop into the Discord and see if anyone wants, any of my streamer friends feel like joining. There we are. If they end up joining, they end up joining. Though one of the DC heroes that I absolutely love, that I should mention, Static Shock. I absolutely love Static Shock because he felt like, how do I want to explain it? Like a similar way how Spider-Man is, right? He's just that young kid getting in trouble for stupid shit, and he uses his powers to help out like the people around him. So anime, what's up, Ranga? He's like, no, not the filthy weeb. And then everyone looks at his name and they're like, wait a minute. Oh boy. Yeah, the villains in DC though, like Joker, he's depending on which version of Joker, he's actually pretty good, right? Harley Quinn, again, depending on which version of Harley Quinn. You want to talk about like Lex Luthor, he's an idiot. I'm sorry. Lex Luthor is literally the smartest man on the planet, and he's just an idiot. Like, why? Like, you would be one of the best heroes in DC if you chose to be a good guy, right? Like, the guy, like, makes a shit ton of money. He actually pays his goons, all right? They aren't just, like, you know, fighting for him because they're scared of him and they want to be on the side that is easier to not get killed by the bad guy, right? Like, he literally pays them, their employees, right? The guy is like an absolute hyper genius that can like create mecha suits and shit. I think he cures cancer or some shit in one comic, right? Like, the guy's a hyper genius and he just decides, I'm gonna be a bad guy. And it's like, but why though? Like, you and Superman literally could save the entire planet, and you're doing it because why? You don't like him just because he has hair? Is that what it is? Like, only gotta wake up at 5:30 a.m. Wait, what? Been working from 7:30 a.m. till 3 p.m. for the past. Oof. Death Note was amazing. I read the manga. Not bad, not bad. See, I love Death Note, don't get me wrong. But like, Light Yagami is a complete idiot. Okay. Like, Light Yagami is one of the dumbest protagonists out there. All right. Like, he literally got himself caught in the second episode. Ranga, thank you for the biddy boo. Oh no, not this again. Oh no, not this again. Oh. Thank God Geki and Banana aren't here, because they'd hop in on that too. Oh man. Thanks for the biddy boys, Ranga. I appreciate it, man. For now. Oh no. But yeah, like Death Note, Light Yagami literally gets himself caught in the second episode. I hated Light, fuck him. I love L, and Misa was amazing as deserved love. Okay, don't get me wrong, I actually really like Light. He's just a fucking idiot. All right, like, I like his concept. He did what literally any one of us would have done if we were given that, like, that power. He wanted to make the world a better place, and if everyone's afraid that causing crime causes them to die, then like everyone's gonna stop doing crime, right? Because Ranga, thank you for the bits, my friend. I got stuff to do. All right, thanks, buddy. Like, Light literally did what any one of us would have done, tried to change the world for the better by killing off the bad people, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, he didn't give people like fair justice or anything like that. But no, and then he nuts on me. But at the same time, like, you can't really just do that, you know? Like, what were you thinking? Like, you got yourself involved in the case. Why are you doing stuff only outside of school hours, right? Like, you should have remembered a name and then wrote it down during school hours, right? Like, it was so easy to narrow down for L that, like, obviously this is a school student that lives in this town because he's only killing people from this news. So somehow somebody is doing it. It's like, bro, watch like world news or like at least country news, all right? And then like seeing stuff, and don't kill every person that pops up at this exact time, like, because he do it while it's on the TV. So like they know that he's watching that TV station at that time. So it's like, bro, why didn't you just take the name, write it down on another piece of paper, and then transfer it over to this one, and then burn that piece of paper? All right, like, it would have been so easy to not get caught, but like, he's just dumb. And then L's an idiot too. All right, like, I'm sorry, like, I love L, but like, he's an idiot. Right? Like, the guy is so dumb. Like the way that he does stuff. Like, I don't like Nier, but Nier is way, way, way smarter than L. Okay. And that's kind of like controversial because a lot of people are like, nah, Nier isn't as smart as L. L just got caught. And it's like, maybe yes and no, but like Nier set up other things rather than just, I'm gonna use like this person and this person. Like, he was like 8 fucking chess pieces ahead. right? And like Elle only looked 3 ahead. So it's like, man, gotta find out what my cat is eating. All right. So it's like, man, like what? It's a whole game of like stupid smart people. All right, like that's all it was. Now the ending is also incredibly fucking stupid. Like, no, Light wouldn't have gotten caught like that. But I forget the name of the mangaka, but he was like, nah, I just kind of wanted to end the series. So understandable, I guess. But like, Light wouldn't have been so stupid as to just like think that it was that good. But also, like, there's no way that they made an exact copy of that notebook, all right, that has hundreds of names in it, right? Like, I if I remember correctly, pages upon pages upon pages upon pages upon pages, like the whole fucking thing was damn near filled type thing, right? Huge amount of writing to be done, and made in the same person's like writing style, so that nothing was like, uh-oh, you know? That, no, they did that in like what, an hour, 2 hours? Like, it wouldn't have been doable. Like, they wouldn't have been able to make a copy. He just wanted to end the series because I forget the reasoning, but he literally was just like, nah, I just wanted to end it. So like, he gave it a stupid ending. However, ironically, there's a side story. I think it's either a light novel or like a unofficial manga that the creator made. But like, Light goes to like the Shikigami realm, and then like he challenges the like head of all the Shikigami or something like that to like a game, and like he wants to become a Shikigami or something. And I'm fairly certain that he ends up becoming one. So don't quote me on that. But yeah, like I don't know. Light was stupid. Elle was stupid. Nier's plan was better than Elle's plan, but shouldn't have worked. Right? It's just, it's dumb. It's very dumb. But oh well. Also, I just had an idea. I should make a layer mask for my chat, so then my chat can actually fit in that box better and look nicer. I should do that. Do a mask instead of just trying to make it fit, because then I can make it the exact size. That's kind of cool. Oh, another thing I wanted to tell you guys about. I have this idea for like a transition, right? Because like, the only reason that we've got like the simple fade in, fade out type transitions is because this PC has a lot of trouble, right? But the new PC, I won't have any issue doing like animated transitions. And since I know how to animate, I gotta make like a bunch of transitions. But I was thinking like from the starting soon to whatever like scene we're going after that, I think it would be really cool to have like this like hacker kind of thing going on, because like, you know, glitch demon, right? So I can have it as like an access like granted type thing, blah 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 blah. Right, and I've got like an animation in my head that I want to do, but it'll take a bit of time to make. But like that's something I really want to work on, especially once like the new PC is here. I want to do that and have it set up. I might work on it in my spare time with this PC. That way I've got the animation already made for the new PC. But I think it'd be really cool. So be on the lookout for that when I get the new computer, because like it's gonna be cool. Like I want to go like whole fucking like I'm gonna go ham on like glitch effects and stuff like that, like as you guys saw with like the starting soon screen. And yeah, like I want to change up how I use like music in streams and whatnot, so like it's more useful for different stuff. And I don't know, I've got plans. I got lots of plans, and I'm really glad that like I'm able to actually like work on them, because I was sitting there like, oh, I won't be able to do that. Like that's too much work. And I was like, why is it too much work? You know how to do it. Just do it. And I was like, yeah, but no, you can do it. I know I can do it. So why don't I do it? And I was like, okay, maybe. I can big brain that. I'm almost certain I can big brain that. So that won't be the plan. Now, what other things did I have planned that I want to tell you guys about? Obviously, like there's the different model designs that I want to do. So I'll be working on those probably in the next couple weeks. I want to like sketch them out first, right? So not right now. I don't want to work on that right now. I've got too many other things I'm working on right now, but like the animations for the new alerts, I'll be doing that. And I'll have the little thing that pops up on screen, like pretty much like right there. As well as the bars all changing color depending on type of alert. I want to figure out a way to make it so that the tip alert, like the pink one, right? That will also work for like throne and sound alerts, and for I probably don't need it for sound alerts, but you know, why not, right? If I can figure out how to do it. And then for like treat stream stuff as well, because, well, number one, I like recognition for when I do something, so I'm certain you guys do too. And having like an extra effect rather than just, hey, here's a pop-up, you know, I think that'll be nicer. So I want to do that for you guys. I just need to find a way to make it like actually look nice, because like the treat stream one does not ever look nice. Like that's the problem with it. Like it always looks ugly. Like I'm sorry, treat stream, like you guys' alerts, they look like shit. Like they're so basic. Like it's such a basic alert. But if there was a way to like edit it in Stream Elements, that would make life so much easier. But they use Streamlabs, and Streamlabs is crap, right? Like I don't even use anything from Streamlabs anymore. I used to have like that was where I could get some glitch stuff, right? So I had like my glitch chat, I had like my glitch event bar, but now I've got like this better rotator that's Stream Elements. I've got restream chat over there. I'm planning to learn how to do the coding to be able to make it so that I use just some basic CSS to be able to make it have like the glitch effect to it. But I mean, honestly, adding a glitch effect to that text wouldn't even be all that hard. Like I could do let's do this. Like it won't look obviously perfect, but like in theory that should add. Why did that not add the effects? It should have. Hold on. Hold on, what is going on here? That is odd. Ah, never mind then. I know I used to have it on it, but I guess it doesn't want to work now. I will mess around with that another day. But anyways, like it's not like overly difficult to set it all up, so I could probably just do it within OBS, but I don't really want to do that. That's a lot of extra processes on my computer that it can't handle. It's already like struggling with what I've got. But I don't know, I do like having like the glitch effect on my model too. I'm back. Welcome back, Arson Queen. Gotta drink some of my energy drink. Ah. Okay. So now we've discussed all like the things that I wanted to do for stream related. We've talked a little bit about like some comic book stuff, some anime stuff. Yeah. So, oh, what do you guys think of having this music in the background as well? I just used like, instead of using like the lo-fi stay at your house song that I always use, I decided I'd use the music from Game Chops, because I made a Twitter thread recently talking about like where you can use like DMCA free music, and Game Chops is one of the ones that was on it. So I was like, you know what, I'll use them today. I felt like using something different than what I always use. So even that first song that we heard during the starting soon, that's like an Elden Ring song, and I was like, hey yo, that's cool, I like that. So I used that. At some point I really want to like get like good background music, because I've had like my own custom background music a few times. My one buddy, he just had something that he fucked around with, and he was like, yeah, if you want you can use it. So I was like, yeah, sure. And then there was someone else that was supposed to make me custom background music that was inspired by a couple songs, right? Because they were like, hey, I'm doing stuff for people for free, blah 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 blah, right? And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, like I'll enter this little raffle, why not? And then like they picked me, and then when they made me the song, right, They're like, oh yeah, I completely ignored what you said that you wanted. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna use it then. Like, what the fuck? Like, you were doing something for me. You tagged me in it to be able to get like the extra recognition on Twitter because I'm a larger creator, so it's gonna go to my followers as well. And you didn't even make remotely close to what I requested. Like, what? Like, I understand you did it for free, but like, don't tag me in it if it's not related to me. Like, that, what? Huh? Like, what was the point of like hosting this little raffle thing if you're not gonna do the style that they asked for? Like, what? So I was like, man, I don't understand people sometimes. It's like, what? Was there a point to that? Like, did you just want to be, were you just using my names a little bit? Is that what that was? Like, I don't understand some people, man. It's like, bro, why would you do that? That's not cool. And like the thing is, I ended up like unfollowing them on Twitter, not because of that, because they have really, really bad takes. Like, and I mean really bad takes on like a lot of things. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna not even follow this person on Twitter anymore. Like, no, not good. Do not like. Very, very bad takes. I'm not cool with this. And just like constantly like pushing like some like scams and agendas and stuff. And I'm like, oh no. I'm not alright with this person being on my following list. I don't care if they still follow me, but I'm not gonna interact with them anymore. Holy shit. Cause like at first I obviously like check people's account before I like want to follow them and whatnot. So I was going through and like I didn't see anything wrong. And then after they were doing, you know, like this raffle or whatever, and I don't think it was a raffle. I think they just picked people, I'm not gonna lie. And they just picked people that had like much larger followings than them. And then tagged us in like random songs that the person made. I was, yeah, you know, like whatever, you do you, boo. But like, did you just want people with bigger names? Like, I'm not even a big creator. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm full-time, yeah, but that's because I'm very lucky. You know, like I'm not out here like being like super famous or nothing. Like, what were you thinking? But I don't know. I think they just wanted to like tag creators and say that they made it for them. And then like maybe some people feel guilt tripped into using it because, you know, it was made for them. But I'm not that person. I was just like, no, like that's, you asked me to give you like 3 different references of songs that I like and in the style that I like, and you'll make something that is similar to those. And instead of making like this cool like lo-fi thing that I wanted, you made like dubstep. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not using that. What the fuck? Like that's, I don't know if it was dubstep, but you know, I was just making a joke on that part. But like I was like, that doesn't sound even remotely like any of the songs I requested be used. Like what is like that the inspiration was not there. What? You just made something that you felt like making, and then you said it was for me, and that I requested it, but I didn't. It's like, I don't get people, man. I guess that's some form of marketing. It's just not what I would consider a good form of marketing. Oh man. Oh, also another thing, 𝐂𝐡𝐚 and I were looking into possibly doing like modded Halo campaigns. So we might be doing that on Wednesdays soon. Once I get the new computer, that's the plan, is to get back into gaming a lot. But for the time being, I want to do more chatting and art. And I did actually host a poll over on Twitter. And the poll was an idea for future content. And it was a friend and I sit down just to chat, right? But the whole point of the conversation is one of us is super pissed off about the topic and the other knows nothing about it and just keeps asking questions that just drive the other one even more insane. And I feel like I even tagged like 𝐂𝐡𝐚, Banana, and Show in that, because I was like, we pretty much already had that with Pokemon and Digimon and shit the other day. Not the other day, but like a little while back. And it was just, I thought it was humorous enough that maybe we'll use that and we'll make it into like something, but like maybe it'll be more of like not like playing devil's advocate, because like I don't think that's worth it. I think it's just like, okay, and why do you not like that? Why do you like that? Why do you think blah 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 blah, right? And it's just enough to like keep the other person going while that one's trying not to laugh, but they're probably gonna be laughing. So say if someone were to like it was like me and Banana. I know Banana would be amazing at being a dick. So in a good way, but like he would know how to keep me like, wah. And obviously it's a performance. We're not actually going to be pissed off because we're friends, right? Like we're not actually pissed off. We're giving you guys a show, right? Like most of us just kind of over exaggerate a lot. I know, sorry, breaking your immersion. Believe it or not, the person that rages at games usually isn't actually raging at the game. They just think that it's funny. Not me, by the way. I don't think that's funny. But say we're doing like astrology or whatever, and I'm bitching about why I dislike astrology. Banana goes, but what about blah, blah, blah? And then I'll be like, yeah, hear about blah, blah, blah. You know, like it would just be like a funny little thing. And I feel like it could give like controversial takes that people might like or might dislike, which just sparks more like conversation, right? So then people could like kind of like laugh and like it boosts it a little bit in the algorithm, not gonna lie. And it would be funny to like take those and would just call them like little rants, and then I can like cut them up and put them onto YouTube as well. Cause like I don't want my how-to videos to be the only thing that's going up on YouTube. Speaking of which, Sunday noon Eastern Standard Time, I've got a tutorial video going up on YouTube on my main channel. Yeah. So it will be there's an a scheduled tweet that'll go up at the same time to tell people to go and check it out. There will probably be a notification in the Discord for the YouTube channel, because it will, well, not the YouTube channel, but the channel in the Discord for YouTube videos. We'll post it, so it'll be there as well. What else? I'm thinking. I'm gonna start uploading and scheduling all of those TikToks and everything. I don't want to do it tonight. I'm gonna have to do it tonight, but I don't want to do it tonight. It all depends. Maybe I might just take tonight off and just work all of tomorrow as well. Waxing eyebrows hurts so bad. Why would you wax your eyebrow? What? Why? Why? Are you one of those people that gets rid of your eyebrows and draws them on? Don't do that. I'm sorry, that never looks good. I don't know who tells people that looks good. It doesn't look good. Like, I've never met a guy in my entire life that thinks it looks good. And like, I'm sure if people do it for like themselves, that's fine. That's fine. Just shape them because I hate plucking them. Plucking them lasts longer. Oh, what? Okay, even better. Like, what? Okay, number one, good that you're not fucking removing your eyebrows and drawing them on, because that's stupid. But like, plucking it lasts longer because you're actually like pulling out the root correctly. Whereas with the wax, you're pulling it at the wrong angle and it's not going to come out correctly because it's like a mass amount of area being pulled at the same time. So the angle isn't going to be correct for everyone. Whereas if you use like actual like tweezers, it'll actually pull it out correctly. I don't take them all off, just shape them. Plucking is annoying and I just don't like doing it. Well, if you want it, then you do it the correct way. Otherwise, you're going to have to like wax it more often. Like, take it from me. Someone that when I was 13, I was told I wasn't allowed to shave, right? Well, my mom never said anything about me ended up, like, she never said I couldn't pluck out my fucking mustache at 13. She just didn't want me using a razor because I was an idiot and I'd already been stabbed once. So she was like, no, sharp things and you are not friends. And I was like, what do you mean? I survived getting stabbed. I think I'm more friends with the blade than most people would be. But anyways, my mom didn't let me shave when I was 13. When I was 14, I started to anyways, because she was like, all right, yeah, you're in high school, whatever. But when I was in like grade school, like elementary school, she was like, no. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. So I just grabbed some tweezers and I plucked out my mustache. And I gotta tell you, that did not come back forever. Like ever. Like obviously it did, but like it took so long. Like I think I was probably 14 by the time it came back. So if you pluck it, it lasts way longer. Let me do my thing. It's also I also find waxing a lot easier. How is waxing easier? You have to like use the little shit. You have to apply it where it needs to go. You have to let it dry a little bit or use the paper or whatever, and then you have to pull. Tweezers is just grab, pull. What? Is it? More time consuming, but it would be more accurate. I don't know, man. Seems like an excuse right now to just you want to do it quicker. Just trying to be fast. That's all I'm hearing. I've been doing this since I was 9. I'm used to it. More, you know. Yeah, but plucking actually pulls out the root correctly, though. It doesn't break off or anything, and it actually pulls out the full stem and all that, and then it's all like bye bye, and then it doesn't grow back as quick. But what do I know? Biology, that's what I fucking know. I know fucking science, bro. What the? Where am I? Whoa. Bro. Oh, that's easy. Those two are right next to each other. Or right above each other. Good to know. And then I got this one. Ba, ba. Good to know. My hotkeys are not in the right spots. I'll be definitely fixing that when I get the new computer. Because I'll have to reset up everything. Oh no. That's not gonna be fun. I'm not gonna enjoy doing that. Like that's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be a lot of shit to do. I'm gonna perm my eyebrows in like 10 minutes too. Why would you? What? What? You baffle me. All right, I don't understand you. I am bamboozled. I find the way you do things to be very strange. I am perplexed. Perming your eyelashes. You want them luscious eyelashes. You know, you could have just been born with like big ones like me. I have beautiful eyelashes. Beautiful eyelashes that constantly stab me in the fucking eye. I remember almost every girl that I've ever been with is jealous that I have like super long eyelashes. And I'm like, okay, but if you want them, I'm not taking them off for you. And they just like look at me like, what the fuck? I'm like, they're too long. They're too much effort. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. It keeps shit out of my eyes. But the only thing it doesn't keep out of my eyes is the fucking eyelashes themselves. Right? Because I got like a lot of them. And they're murderous. Not fun times. Not fun times. Not good. But I should like message Banana or something and see if they want to come join me in a call. Join me in Discord call for stream. And then I'll put the little 3 face. He might join. He might. I don't know. A man can hope. But we get our own little nanners here. Maybe. Whoop. It'll be cool if he does join, though. I don't know if he will, but it'd be cool if he does. I'm doing a whole self-fixing kind of thing right now. Doing face washing, waxing, and the whole other stuff. Oh my god, that's a lot. That's a lot. You know what I do? You know what I fucking do? I wake up in the morning. Actually, I wake up in the afternoon usually. But like, I'll wake up and I exist. And that is the best anyone can hope for from me. Ever. Yep, that's about it. Like, I don't do a whole lot, man. I just work nonstop, and that's why I became a VTuber, because I don't want to look pretty all the fucking time. Well, okay, I do want to look pretty all the fucking time, but I don't want to put in the work. So, I know I'm like a 7 on my good days. So, not bad. Might dye my hair purple. I haven't dyed my hair in so fucking long. Like, I think the last time I dyed my hair was like 2 years ago, and it was blonde. Actually, no, that would have been over 2 years ago, because it was like, yeah, that was coming out back then, so 2.5 years ago. Holy shit. It must have been like my birthday 2020 when I like dyed my hair like green. I think it was green on stream for my birthday. We have gone over this. You're at least a 9. I am not. You gotta remember, most of the time when you guys see me, it's in a picture. And I do photo editing for people. Do you think I don't edit my photos? I'm not as pretty as you think. I look homeless 99% of the time. So that is why I'm a VTuber. Like I am technically, because I've gotten paid for it, I'm a professional photo editor. Do I think my skill is professional level? No. But I get paid for it, so that makes it a profession. So, you know, I do photo editing for like good old like OF and things, you know. So, and then I'm also like editing like an IRL photo shoot that I did because someone was like, hey, I find you attractive. Can you do this photo shoot and I'll give you money? And I was like, you're gosh diggity darn right I could do that. So, still sir, at least a 9, my dude. We all look homeless most of the time. Everyone's only seem very when you gotta learn English, motherfucker. What the hell am I trying to read here? Still sir, okay, you gotta spell your words correctly. All right, that is not how you spell your. All right, at least a 9, my dude. We all look homeless most of the time. Everyone's only seem very when I try to, but for your like 199. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? I'm having an aneurysm reading that, bro. English, motherfucker. Do you speak it? What the fuck was that supposed to even mean? I assume it was a compliment, but leave me alone, I'm high. No fucking excuses. I know people back when I was in high school that would be so high that they like you could not communicate with them, and they could write a fucking essay. All right, no excuse. All right, you gotta. Number one, you're obviously over the age of 18 if you're in my stream. All right, ain't no way that you're still spelling you are for your. Because like the one that you're supposed to spell is like YOU''RE in that situation. All right, that's all right, 5 fucking letters and an apostrophe. All right, not the letters U and R. What is this, fucking 2008? No, it's not. We don't type like that anymore. We're you know, we have brains now. Don't do that. Can't write in general. I kind of suck at it. Get better. Practice. You think I was able to learn how to talk to people just by fucking waking up one day? Nah, man. I was here. You know what? Give me a fucking second. I'm gonna go on Facebook and find an old fucking picture for you guys. All right. Watch this shit. Watch this shit. Oh, banana replied to me. Hold up. I gotta check that. Sorry, homie. In gaming with my cousin. All good, my dude. All right, watch this. Watch. I'm gonna go over on Facebook. I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you an old ass fucking picture of me. All right, photos. I gotta grab this first before anything else pops up. Profile pictures. All right. Let me just bring this over onto this screen. All right, let me go over to this. Let me go to this, and then we're gonna go to that. All right. Does that motherfucker look like he talked to people? All right. Does 12-year-old me look like he knew how to talk to people? No, he did not. All right. I sat by myself. My desk, that is my desk I was sitting at. Okay. Do you see what's next to me? A table. And do you know why? Because the rest of the fucking classroom was all the way over here. All right. You can see the teacher's desk. All the, like, everything was over there. I was separated. I was segregated because I was not good with people. All right. I didn't get good at talking to people overnight. You know, that took fucking years of practice and getting, like, you know, self-help and doing shit. All right. Come on. Practice your shit. All right. If you're not good at spelling, learn how to spell. Practice it. Take a typing course or something. The quick brown fox jumped over the fire. All right. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know the rest of the words to it. I think I went with like the Jack jumped over the pump, the stick thing or whatever the fuck. But I said fire. But nah, man. You think I did this overnight? Huh? 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 Do you think that, like, hold on. Do you think that this motherfucker talked to people? Nah, man. I wore pink to my graduation in honor of my great-grandmother. And you know what? I was quiet. I was to myself. I didn't talk to no motherfuckers. All right? That was a little 13-year-old me right there. All right? I didn't talk to anybody, and then some kid tried to bully me, and then I didn't think about it, and I insulted him back without meaning to, and then everyone thought that I was super cool because of what I said, and then I was like, you know what, I'm popular right in this moment, I'm gonna go dance with like the really cute girl in my grade, and I did. So, you know, like you don't just get good at doing this, all right? Like you gotta practice that shit, you know. You think I learned how to make all these animations and stuff and like this overlay? Actually, this ain't overlay, I did kind of just learn on the spot. But, you know, it's because I have the experience of doing shit. You gotta practice. You gotta work for it. All right? Gotta put yourself out there. Work harder. Do more. And stop spelling your with 2 letters. All right? Now I'm just some fucking douche canoe that thinks he's funny, but you know what? That's because no one's telling me I'm not. So fuck you. That's why. All right. I'm fucking funny. So no, you gotta practice that shit. All right. You gotta work hard. You gotta learn how to spell. Because no one under the or over the age of like 12 should not know how to spell. Like if it's like a complex word, then I'd be like, okay, I completely understand. Like, I don't know how to fucking correctly spell, like, neopluridonylar, all right? I'm sure I could figure it out, but, like, you can learn it. You can Google it, and then be like, that's how that word is spelled. Did not want to get yelled at. Well, now you got yelled at. Enjoy it. Take it. Not everyone gets yelled at by me. I know how to spell, I just choose to not do that. Fucking liar. That's like saying, yeah, man, I know how to start a fire to keep myself warm, but I would rather just lay on the cold ground and freeze to death. Wrong. If you know how to spell, you just do it. Should be second nature. If I'm doing the tippity taps, my brain knows what I'm supposed to be saying. My fingers don't do something different. The only reason why we used to spell shit like that is because back in the day, we had like flip phones and typing was a pain in the dick. And that was how we send text messages. We broke that shit down to as small as possible. All right. Where do you think LOL came from? Or Raffle? Or HMU? Or WTF? It was us being like, bro, I get charged by the amount of fucking characters I use. So I gotta break this shit down. It's the exact same as what happened to America back in the 1700s. All right. Y'all motherfuckers got paid per fucking letter on the newspaper. So you took letters out of English. You took the letter U out of color. All right. You took like the fucking letter U out of parlor because it still sounds the same if you don't have it. All right. So because in the newspaper, it was going to cost an extra like however much for one more letter. You take out those letters, cut down the letters, save on costs. Fun fact, that is actually why the letter U is not in a lot of your fucking words and why you guys changed the spelling of everything. And everyone else that speaks English spells it the same except for you. Understood? Fun fact, that's actually why that is. And I don't like using the letter U in most things anyways, because to me, most of my audience is American. So I'll just spell things the American way. Plus it's quicker, but not the point. It's still the correct way to do it. All right. I'm too lazy. You used the wrong two. Also, I do not enjoy being yelled at, even by you. Well, get fucked. I yell at everybody. Well, not everybody, but like, if they're in my stream, I'll yell at them. I'm also creating content because I currently don't have anything to think about that I want to talk about because I'm stupid and I didn't make jot notes today. But yeah. Though you should know that that's the wrong two. You gotta use the correct two. T-O-O. Also, after your comma, put a space. Can you guys tell that I wanted to be a teacher when I was younger? And this is the exact reason why I didn't become a teacher. is because I just tell people, I'm like, you're fucking stupid, kid. And they'll be like, wah, wah. And I'm like, shut up. It's 2 + 2. It's not hard. And be like, mommy. And I'll be like, your mother's not here right now, kid. Get fucked. You know, like, I could never be a teacher. Hence why I do like how-to videos and stuff. And if people need help with like stream stuff, they just ask, because I like telling you what to do and learning things, but I don't want to be in trouble for telling you to fucking shut up. I like to yell. I like to swear. I would not be good as a teacher. Ironically, I was a teacher's assistant at one point, and I didn't swear once. But I didn't come here to be yelled at. I just want to chill and dye my hair. Well, now you're doing it while stressed. But no, I actually did want to be a teacher, because like when I was younger, it was like, I want to be a rock star. If I can't be a rock star, I want to be a spaceman. If I can't be a spaceman, I want to be a teacher. Yeah, I set that bar way low at the end there. I know. I went from one amazing thing to an even more amazing thing to very mundane. And well, I taught my vocal folds, so that took musician out of it. But I'm looking to get back into it. And then I don't really like space as much as I thought I did. So that's off the table. And then I was debating going to school to become a teacher. But then I realized I have 50s in like every course in high school. And I mean, they were educated 50s. I just did the bare minimum. So I was like, what would I do if I had a student like me? Would I be like proud of him or hate him? I'd be very undecided on that one and perplexed. So, plus I fucking hate children. So, probably not the best career choice. I'd rather just teach adults how to do things. I had a teacher once pull me out to the hallway to tell me word for word, life fucking sucks. I mean, did I tell you guys? Yeah, I think I've told you guys that I reconnected with my grade 8 teacher. By the way, that first picture I showed you of me in that classroom with my hair over my eye, his class, he separated me from the rest of the class because I requested it. Hell, that was my grade 7 class, because he's my grade 7 and my grade 8 teacher, because we had a 7-8 split. So in grade 7, I was in that spot. And then in grade 8, he got me a fucking little cubicle, like a desk that has a shelf and like walls around it, so I didn't need to see people, because he knew I did not like people. He was like, this kid does amazing when others aren't involved. But then he'd be like, but like all like the quote unquote dorks and nerds and geeks, right? Like we would hang out. Like I was like the leader of this little misfit group, right? We had like friends from Middle East, from Asia, from Venezuela, right? Like anyone that wouldn't immediately fit into a friend group in that classroom, I adopted them into my friend group. And then like we were all like super cool. We gave each other stupid fucking nicknames, right? My one buddy's nickname was Cola. Made no sense because it wasn't even remotely similar to his name, nor had he ever drank a cola before, but it was just kind of funny. So like, gotta go wash that in my hair. I'll be back. All right. So like, if it's like the weird, like I could hang out with the weird kids, but like the popular kids try to talk to me, like I was okay with it, but like I was just like, okay. Can I help you with anything else? No? Alright, I'm gonna go back to reading. Like that's the type of kid I was, man. Like I just read books all fucking day. And then when I got home, I just played video games. Or read books. Hell, I remember when I was like towards like the middle of grade 8, I ended up getting like a little gaming chair. Cause like I had like a hunting bow that a buddy of mine was like, hey, did you want this? I'm gonna be throwing it out. And I was like, fuck yeah, I want that, right? Because like he just never used it, right? And like the string was on it, but it wasn't like set, right? And I was on like it was either like it was before Facebook Marketplace was a thing, but like we had groups where you could sell stuff, and I was either in one of those groups or on like 𝐂𝐴𝐿, which is Canadian Craigslist. And I was like, yo, up for sale or for trade, right? Because I'd had it for like a year or so. And like, I just never used it because I, number one, don't have anywhere to fire a bow. And number 2, didn't have any arrows. So this kid messages me and he goes, hey, I have a gaming chair that I'd trade for that. I have no reason for it because I don't really game anymore and I do hunting with my dad. And I was like, sure, can you send me a picture of it? And it's like this like X rocker, and it has like, it's one that sits on the ground, right? Like not like on a stand that sits on the ground like a normal chair, but like it's actually one that just sits on the ground and it like rocks back and forth and back and forth. And it had like a sub in the back of it and like speakers in the head of it. And I was like, yo, this is so fucking cool, right? So I was like, yeah, I'd trade. Why not, right? And I was like, if your parents are cool with it type thing, right? So his parents show up with the thing, and I was like, yeah, I want you to take a look at it first. And my dad is outside too, because, you know, we're kids trading shit. And, you know, there's a full grown-ass adult there, and my dad is a lot more intimidating than most people's dads. So his dad was actually super nice, though. And his dad was like, yeah, that's actually a really good fucking bow. Like, are you sure that you want to trade this? I was like, I have no use for it. I got it for, like, from a friend, and, you know, it's just kind of collecting dust. If you guys will make use of it, then you're not using the gaming chair, and I would be able to make use of the gaming chair. It just makes sense. And they were like, okay, fair trade then, right? So I got this like X rocker gaming chair. I had it all set up, and then my little brother fucking broke it. So because of how it sat on the ground, the cords went like, sometimes they would go underneath it. So if you're leaning back in it, you always had to check if the cords went underneath. But my little baby brother never fucking checked. And he like broke the circuit board on it because like the way that it tugged on it the one time, the cords just kind of like bent upwards and it snapped to the inside. And then the speakers on it didn't work anymore, and I was big sad. But my goal is one day I want to have an X rocker again, but like one of like the really fancy ones. That'd be a cool thing to have. So just because it was nice being able to like feel like the bass in your back and everything, and like the speakers around you, and then you still got the TV speakers, so it's pretty much surround sound, but it's not surround sound, you know. Like, they're really, like, not even an amazing chair. But, like, I would sit in that chair, and then I'd have my laptop on my lap, and then I'd have a book next to me, and then I would be playing video games on, like, my TV. So, like, I'd be listening to music that, like, I'd set the music, so it was coming from the laptop, obviously. And then I'd be, like, back at that time, I was, like, super into racing games. And I mean, like, super into racing games. Like, I played, like, every fucking Need for Speed. All right, I was also into Call of Duty, too, but, like, and Halo. But, like, racing games were my shit at that time. So I'd be sitting there and I would be like talking to people on like MSN and like making Facebook posts, and we would be using like FormSpring because that was how we used to do like asking questions of people type thing, you know, like back in the day, like before like ask dot whatever it was and whatever new shit there is now, I don't fucking know. But like we had like FormSpring. All right, that was the shit that we used to use back in the day. If you wanted to ask me a question, that's what you used, man. So I had like my FormSpring, I have my MSN open, I'd have like because I didn't use Skype, I didn't like Skype, right? I used MSN till its dying day, and then I swapped from Skype once Discord became a thing. So I did not like Skype ever. All right, back in MSN days, I could just fucking hit you with an alert that made so much fucking noise on your side. Plus, we can make custom emoticons. That's what they were called. Not emojis, fucking emoticons. All right, that's what they were called. I liked emoticons. All right, and we make like custom ones all the fucking time. And like, oh my god, that's why so many of us want like custom. That's why we want custom emotes as streamers. Most of us remember MSN. Oh my god. So many of us are like old school kids that like had MSN. We were like, I'm making custom emoticons every day. That's why we want custom emotes. Holy shit. And then it became part of Twitch culture. Oh my god, that's crazy. That I never even thought about that before. Just like think about it. We don't have custom emojis for texting. We don't have them for Facebook. I don't even know if Skype had even. Did Skype have custom ones? I don't know. But like that was like a big thing with MSN. But like we could like I could send like a giant like cartoon pig to jump down from the top of your screen and make a shit ton of noise at you. All right. I could like shoot a heart at you with a little Cupid baby, right? Like MSN was the shit. Anyways, so I'd be like using MSN, listening to music, playing my games in my X rocker, right? Have my book next to me. So when I was like on like loading screens, I'd read a few pages from my book. Like I was that kid. All right, I was like by myself, cool kid type thing. And then Oh man, that X rocker ended up getting broken. Then it was just a chair. It was still a comfy chair, but it was just a chair. Kind of sad about it, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of sad, but it is what it is. I don't know where I was going with all that anymore. I got sidetracked by so many different things. Yeah, I don't know. But let me just get my brain restarted real quick. Yeah, this is the joys of being stupid. I don't remember. I really don't. I know I was talking about talking at one point. Oh yeah, like the weird kids and whatnot. Yeah. So like, if I was at home by myself, that was all I did. I was by myself, right? I had like a couple friends, like that Ox kid. Him and I have been friends since I was like 4, right? So, well, he's the exact same age as me too. Like he's like a few months older, but not the point. So we would like, he would be like the only person I'd hang out with, and then like my one neighbor who I'm also still friends with, but like I don't really like hang out with him at all. I don't recall the last time I even saw him, but like he's one of those people that like we grew up together and we called each other brothers, right? So like, because he lived across the street pretty much since I was like, I think I was like 7 when I first met him. So, and I've known him ever since. So he's family, right? And then Aki, I've known him since I was 4, and like I call his parents mom and dad, he calls my parents mom and dad. So like it's just, we got an extra set of parents, you know? Like that's my best friend right there. All right, like that's one of my like that's my IRL best friend. When it comes to online, Gecky's my best friend. But, you know. But yeah, Aki I've known for going on 23 years. Yeah, September of this year it'll be 23 years. That's crazy. It's crazy. Because we were in the same kindergarten class. That's how we remember. That's how we know each other. But Aki was always like, even though he was like the nerdy looking one, right? He was the one that worked out nonstop. Like that's the funny thing. He was in karate since like I could ever remember. And like by the time we were 13, he was already a black belt. Okay. Like already when we were 13. And then like, I think when we were 14, he like was already like a couple degrees into being a black belt, and then he went on and started taking like Aikido, and then he did that for a while, advanced through it very quick, and then just it was too slow for him, so he got bored, and then I think he went to a different karate place and was like a sensei for a while, and then he just like went somewhere else. Like I don't like, eventually he ended up giving up on doing all that, because when we were kids he was jacked like a motherfucker. All right, even though he was like this goofy nerd kid. Like it was so funny because like I was obviously, as you saw in that picture, like the little like emo looking kid, and like I mean I still am, like I'm still the emo kid, but like now I'm the one with like a shit ton of muscle, and now because he stopped working out, he kept the appetite, and now he's my big boy. He's a big cuddly bear. But no, like now I'm the one that has like, I wouldn't say a shit ton of muscle, but like I've got a shit ton more like strength than most people. Because, you know, working in construction for a little bit, like I was I'm trying to get my brain to work. I lost a lot of the strength that I had, but I still had like a shit ton of it, and like I only did it for like a few months. So my plan is this year I've told you guys what my plans are with like content creation wise, but I'm gonna look into a few other like avenues of being able to make money, and I don't want to like overexert myself too much, and I want to make like a proper workflow that helps with making content so it's easier to do it, and then just dissecting it, and then I want to like, I'm looking into a few other things like digital products like UGC, all that stuff like that, because like I feel like it's extra money, right? And if I can get to doing all that, then I can make a stable income that will be making me money pretty much while I'm sleeping, and then I can focus on working out as well. And my plan is, since I enjoyed, okay, the thing is I didn't really enjoy the job, I enjoyed the workout from working in construction, so I'm gonna build some shit in my backyard that essentially emulates the same kind of workout. And I'll just do that. That way I can build up those muscles again and have that same strength. And then it'll be pretty much the exact same. Walk from point A to point B with a heavy amount of weight, lift it the same way, and then take it and then be able to lift it higher. Right? Like that's the plan. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna build that in the spring. And by the looks of it, spring's already fucking here. Like, we've had like snow a few times, and then it's just always gone. Like it looks like autumn right now. Like I still see like leaves on the ground and everything, and like it's raining. And it's just occasionally we get snow. Like I'm sure we're gonna get a few feet of snow at some point, but like as of right now, man, it's just a lot of what the fuck. So it obviously ain't autumn, but it looks a whole lot like it outside. So I'm just a little confuzzled by that. Like, I don't know. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh man, we're destroying the planet, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh yeah, obviously, but like at the same time, like fuck it. Like we're all gonna die anyways. Why not just enjoy it, right? Planet's gonna die eventually either way, whether we're part of that or not. And I mean, you ever have a plane that hits like Mach speed, you damage the ozone layer. You ever send something up into space, you damage the ozone layer. You have something come in through space, like one of our probes or some shit coming back, damage the ozone layer, right? Like we're destroying the fucking planet regardless, right? We're mining oil out of the fucking ground. Oh, but we'll use renewable energy, blah, blah, blah. What do you think needs to be mined to create those things, to create that renewable energy? Don't get me wrong, I understand it's a long-term plan, not a short-term one, but like, bruh. Like, nobody really thinks about like the fact that to help the planet, we gotta damage it, and then like, oh man, like polar ice caps are melting and stuff. It's like, yeah, but like they're kind of supposed to anyways. And people are like, but animals are gonna go extinct. No shit, that's kind of what animals do. Do you see any dinosaurs? Well, there's alligators and crocodiles. You mean descendants of dinosaurs? Because they aren't the exact same. If you want to say sharks, sharks are older than grass. So, I mean, like, yeah. But even then, it's like descendants, you know, like they're mutations and shit and like evolved. But, no, actually, I think like the modern versions of sharks, for the most part, haven't evolved in a very, 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 very long time. But is what it is. Oh man, BB a 76% cute and a 6 out of 10 gamer today. Nice. But like, I don't know, man. Like, we are still technically in an ice age. So if the quicker that snow melts, technically the better. Because ice ages are not good for the planet. Like, we aren't supposed to have like many deserts, believe it or not. Like, you're not supposed to have deserts on a lush planet. And people are like, no man, there's not an ice age. Well, define ice age, because the tail end of every ice age means that there is still frozen water year-round on the planet in a single location. Tell me how that's different from us having Antarctica or the Arctic Circle. Like, I live in Canada. I know that there's snow here year-round. It's just not where I live, you know? But it's a thing. It's not supposed to be there. That's an ice age. We're supposed to be out of the ice age if we want our, like, fucking world to prosper. In theory, technically, the quicker that happens. But we'll have less land. Well, that's our fucking fault for moving close to the ocean now, isn't it? Huh? Like, do you know how many civilizations are underwater because they made that decision? Yeah. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's good for a civilization to be near water. Transportation, you know, crops, being able to drink. But at the same time, you're not supposed to build a permanent residence near water if you're in a fucking ice age. Like, it's just, the more inland you are, the safer you are, right? And the more water that's on the fucking planet, instead of being ice, is gonna like lushify our planet, right? Look at like Pangea and stuff like that, all right? There was no fucking like snow, not year round, no ice. When the world was fucking fully formed originally type shit, there was so many different versions of it, obviously. But like, I believe Pangea was the last one. I could be wrong about that. But it was, yeah, no, it was different. There was no ice on the fucking planet. Not unless it was winter in that area. Because, hey, hemispheres, global tilt, you know, all that shit. Global tilt, planetary tilt. But you know what I mean, right? So, like, but year-round ice is not meant to be there. You know, like, we had an ice age. It fucked shit up. And now we're coming out of the ice age. Oh no, the polar bears. Yes, one of the most dangerous predators on the planet. Fuck them. What use do we really have for them when you think about it, right? Like, I'm not saying that we should, like, let animals go extinct, but, like, what's the harm in letting them go extinct? What has a polar bear ever done for me? When you think about it, what has a polar bear ever done for me? They're saying, oh, but they're part of the ecosystem. Ecosystems adapt. But, like, there will be too many seals and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, humans can eat seal, believe it or not. More food for humans. Okay, so we're solving world hunger. Where's the problem? But the penguins. There are penguins that live in Africa, all right? They can fucking move. They chose to live there. That's their fault. All right? They can go fucking north from the South Pole, all right? And they can get to land. And then, whatever, they'll become food for fucking crocodiles and shit and alligators and sharks over by Australia. But eventually some of them will make it somewhere worth getting to. All right, like, I'm just saying, like, some animals going extinct really is not going to be too big of a deal. But you can't foresee the consequences. That's a fucking play-by-ear situation, bud. If I have to figure it out, I will. But I'm not the one that's gonna need to. Just let the fucking planet do its thing, man. Like, yeah, we're destroying the ozone layer, we're destroying the planet, but, like, at the same time, I'm just saying, if you're watching this, you're using a smartphone or a computer or something similar, that required resources from the planet that you want to protect that you're destroying. Anyone that's got, like, a social media presence and they're trying to preserve the planet, you do realize that you are destroying the planet by using your social media presence, right? Like, the internet that you're using requires devices that were created from ripping up the fucking planet. The energy that is needed to make your device work comes from destroying the fucking planet. The planet's gonna die eventually. We're just expediting the fucking process, but it's not gonna die in our lifetimes. So why do we care? Because the future that you won't be a part of, what's the matter? But my future generations probably will leave the fucking planet. Who cares? Man, one of these days, aliens is just gonna come down and wipe us all out. Back, the hair dye didn't work, but I did makeup. I mean, like, you left it in for what, 10-15 minutes? Hair dye, you're supposed to leave in for like half hour at a minimum. Ain't no way it was a half hour that you left that in. Ain't no way. Let me just take a look. I can see it here. When was that message? Let us see. We'll find it. I will find it. 2010? 2010. All right. We'll call it that. Yeah, you washed it out in total at a half hour, but you left before a half hour. So it's possible that it didn't stay because you didn't leave it in long enough. Also depends on what type of hair dye you were using. So, and I swear to God, if I hear Manic Panic, I'm gonna laugh. Energy drink. Yeah, that was my little rant about the planet. Also, fuck polar bears. We don't need polar bears. Like, we have no fucking reason for polar bears. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, they are not important to this planet at all. All they do is hurt people. Like, fuck polar bears. We don't need them. Some stupid box dye from Walmart. It said it worked on black hair, but it didn't. What? That's on you. That's 100% on you. Like, what? If you want to dye your hair, you have to bleach it. If you want to, like, add a hue to your hair, then you don't need to. But, like, that... nah. If you want to dye your hair, you gotta bleach it. And me, because of how my hair is, even though I haven't dyed my hair in so fucking long, I usually bleach it like 2-3 times. And people are like, but that's so bad for your hair. I'm like, my hair never comes out like straw. It's almost like I got good hair or some shit. But, yeah. Yeah. I don't know, I've always done my hair blonde. And then just dyed it to whatever color I needed. So bleached it to blonde. Funny enough, like, I've actually made my hair white from bleaching it. Because, like, I bleach it, give it, like, a few days, bleach it again, give it another few days, bleach it, and then my hair is, like, almost as white as my character's. Wasn't trying to completely dye it, just a hue, but it didn't work, but I'll figure it out. Did you follow the instructions correctly? Also, it's Walmart brand, so I wouldn't expect it to work anyways. The only thing Walmart does right... You know what Walmart does perfect? You know what Walmart does perfectly? All right. They sell some of the best men's underwear. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's where Walmart hits. Like, some of the best men's underwear I've ever worn. And I've worn modeling underwear and stuff that, like, I got paid to wear when I did photo shoots for them. All right. Like, or I guess they did a photo shoot of me, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like, Walmart's underwear is significantly more comfy. Like, nothing compared to, like, Calvin Klein type level, but, like, you know, I need to get me some Calvin Klein underwear again. I need to do that. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe we should change the goal down there from new mouse ears to new underwear. Bro, could you imagine? We totally should. It'd be funny as shit. New undie dundies. I don't know, BB, what do you think? Should we change the goal to new underwear? It might get attention. Someone will be like, what the fuck? I need to figure out how much they cost, though, for what I want. I should set it to $100. New underwear. What kind of underwear are you getting? All of it. I want to get a haircut, but I don't know. I want to have my undercut back. See, here's my thing. I used to, like, keep my hair super short. Like, not like super short, but, like, for me, super short. Because my hair used to go halfway down my back. And then I cut it, for an ex-girlfriend. And then I just kind of kept it short because she liked it short. And then, like, after being single for a couple years, I was like, why do I still have short hair? And I started growing out my hair again. And now I've got a ponytail, and I gotta tell you, absolutely love it. I have missed it. I've missed it so much. I've now got like, slightly long hair. It's not long by any means yet, but like it's getting there, and I'm so stoked because I miss having long hair. The only downside is if I have long hair, I'm gonna need to brush it nonstop because I have a very strange like hair fetish. Not like a sexual one. It's just I have an obsession with it, and I need to just constantly brush my hair if I do that, and that is a struggle. A struggle that I do not enjoy. But at the same time, kind of do. It's just 100% just non-stop brushing hair. Like, I was, when my hair was that long, I used to, like, brush my hair, like, 12 times a day, if not more. And it's not, like, because I needed to. I just did. It's like, it's there. Let's brush it. And it's like, what am I doing? I want to cut it for convenience. My hair is very thick and annoying to deal with. My hair is, like, relatively thick, but it's also, like, that soft kind of thick. You know what I mean? That, like, if you run your hands through it, it doesn't, like, tug at your hand by any means, and it just feels like, it's just like, oh, gentle and kind and beautiful and nice. But then, like, if you were to, like, hit me in the head with something, my hair is like, surprise, bitch, he's wearing a helmet. But it's not actually a helmet. You know, it's just, like, my floof. Like... So, like, I can't even say that, like, my hair is, like, dense, though, because, like, when you run your hands through it, it's just soft. But then, like, it's still, like, thick. So, like, I don't know how to properly explain it. It also changes with how you brush it, too, is how your hair will react to things, so. I got the Mexican genes. I have very thick hair all over me. Well, I have Native American genes, and I'm supposed to have, like, long, silky hair and blah, blah, blah. But then I've also got, like, the white person genes. So it's like, hey, you can grow a beard. And I'm like, cool. And then it's like, one of those genes is the blonde gene. So I get ginger beard. I'm like, I'm a native with a ginger beard. This is fucked up. I'm a native that can grow facial hair, for one. But for two, I'm a native with a ginger beard. Oh no. That's not good. So I identify with being native, but I look like a tanned white guy. My goal is to like prettyify myself, that I can just be mistaken for an elf. I think that'd be cool. Have like the long hair, do like the maybe I'll do like a little side braid, and then I'll have like a rundown, and it'll go halfway across my face. It'll be beautiful, and then I'll be like, look at me, I am a prince. And then people will be like, what is wrong with this kid? Why is this guy the way he is? I look like a corpse because I'm so pale, but I'm Mexican. I found that like very common, surprisingly. Like, I have friends that look like stereotypical versions of what a Mexican would be, right? Where like they got like the orange hue to their skin tone, they've got like the short dark hair, you know, or like they're like a little pudgy, the stereotype, right? But then I've got friends that are like pasty fucking white, and they've got like super long thin hair, and they're Mexican, and I'm like, huh, you don't look like the stereotype at all. Which is obviously true, because like, you know, like every race has like people that look different, right? But well, there are like genes that are specific to certain races that like 99% will have. Like, to assume that like an Asian would have like dark hair, right? I don't know if an Asian can be born blonde without having like bred with someone that has the blonde gene, because I don't know if the blonde gene is in Asia, like natively, right? Is that a thing? Like, I know that obviously I've seen like blonde Asians, right? But like, I mean like people that have dyed their hair, yes, but, or people that are of like mixed breed, but, or mixed race. I call myself mixed breed because native thing, it's just what we call it. I have the face shape and the hair for it, just not the skin tone. Fair enough, fair enough. But like, is that a gene that is in Asia, like natively, or no? Because like, because you gotta remember, like Asia isn't just like Japan, China, you know, Korea. It's also like India, right? And like, I don't think I've ever seen a naturally blonde Indian person either. So it's just kind of like, I wonder if that's actually a thing or not. I might need to Google that later. But I don't even know how the fuck we got on. Oh yeah, like people that don't look like their stereotype. So like, that would be an example though. Like, say someone from like Korea that has naturally blonde hair and their whole lineage is just Korean, right? I think that would be a little odd, right? But like, I find that like a lot of other parts of the planet, that happens a lot, right? Like, well, I guess natives generally always have like our red toned skinned and our like dark brown or dark black hair. But I don't know, like when it comes to like people of the majority of Europe, like you might, I'd say the majority of Europe, there's so many different like types of people that are in Europe, but like you can't even use like stereotypical like Caucasian because like they're always mixed race. So, because like I know I've met like African American people that have naturally blonde hair. Like I have a few friends like that, and that's always like a little puzzling the first time you ask them if they dye their hair and they say no. But like, I don't know if that's like a mixed race thing or if that's just a gene that they have. Is it just white people that are fucky and can just turn out like a fucking Rubik's Cube? Is that what it is? Because like I swear, like you could have like dark hair and tan skin and your baby comes out blonde haired and fucking pasty fucking white, right? And like nobody cheated, it's just how it happened, right? Like, is everyone else just got like, I'm genuinely curious about this, and this is coming from a minority, all right? This is not coming from someone that identifies as a white fucker, all right? Because I identify with my native fucking heritage, all right? Are white people just like a fucking raffle? And you just like pull out the balls and you say the number and then you get the part, and then that's how the baby is built? Or, and like everyone else just kind of has like a few different options to choose? Like, oh, you got hazel eyes instead of brown eyes, or, you know, like you got like blue eyes instead of green eyes, you know, like, is that what it is? Are Caucasians just fucking Rubik's Cubes that got, like, mixed around and never fucking looks the same? I mean, it doesn't even matter at the end of the day. In, like, a few hundred years, we're all just gonna be fucking beige. Because we're all just gonna be, like, we're gonna be so mixed, like, every fucking race is gonna mix. And there won't be races other than the human race. Which will be good for everyone. We'll all just be some weird shade of beige. But, like... Because racism is fucking stupid. Right, like, I don't get it. Like, why would you dislike someone because of the way they were born? Right? That's just dumb to me. I don't get it. But maybe that's just because I'm someone that was targeted because minority. But, you know, whatever. I don't know. I don't understand racism. I think it's just fucking stupid. Like, yes, I chose to be born this color. Thank you. Like, I don't get it. So what happened with my parents, my mom's Hawaiian and Japanese, and my dad's fully Mexican. My sister popped out with thin hair and really tan skin, and I came out with paper white skin and black hair. I don't know how. Yeah, okay, so now we know that someone that is half Hawaiian, half Japanese, if they mix with a Mexican, it becomes a Rubik's Cube. So, does that mean that Japanese and Hawaiian 50-50 mixed with Mexican, making Hawaiian 25, Japanese 25, and Mexican 50 creates Caucasian? Is that what we're getting from this? Because, like, the colors kind of line up. I'm not gonna lie. You know, like, it kind of works. Because you got, like, well, from my experience, Hawaiians are naturally Caucasian looking, but they just tan like a motherfucker because they're out in the sun all the fucking time. Because, well, might as well be, right? Or do they have, like, the natural, like, orange skin tone, red skin tone that Native Americans have, like me? I don't know. I don't think I've ever, like, my perception of Hawaiians is very skewed, because the ones that I have met in real life and the ones that I've seen on TV are always, like, outdoors all the fucking time. So, obviously, if you're outdoors all the fucking time, you're gonna get a tan, right? Well, if your skin tone will allow you to get a tan. Because, like, some people just don't tan. But, like, some people just burn, like, fucking gingers just burn. All my cousins in Hawaii are very tan coming out of the womb. Okay. So we're getting it. We got Japanese, right? So Asian, right? That they're a light skin tone. Hawaiian, of which is a tan skin tone, and then Mexican, of which is more like an orangish, reddish skin tone, like the natives, right? Like us. And so if you take red, orange, and white, you create the Rubik's Cube. Is that right? Is that what we're getting from this? Because now we know how to create Caucasians in a lab. That is the weirdest fucking shit I've ever said. We can now create Caucasians in a lab. Oh, God. Thank God I consider myself uncancelable. Because people know I'm just fucking around with what I'm saying. And if they get offended, I laugh at them. But yep. Alright, Arson Queen has proved that is how the Rubik's Cube is made, I guess. But I used to be able to tan. I don't know what happened. See, that's the funny thing is, if you don't go outside much, your skin ends up having, like, I believe it's the vitamin D that causes the issue. If you have, like, a total lack of it, it'll then cause it that later on, the ultraviolet rays from the sun will actually just cause you to cook instead of tan more so. But the more you expose yourself to the vitamin D, it actually invigorates your skin. It also helps with your hair. So if you have thin hair, go out in the sun and don't wear a hat, because, like, vitamin D is very good for your fucking hair. So is B12. But if you have too much B12, it also works as Viagra. So keep that in mind. So, and you can also get a poisoning of B12 if you have too much of it. But yeah, like, if you're like that's like natural supplements, shall we call it, for a Viagra replacement. Yeah, I never really went outside from the ages of 13 and 19. Oh, that's also another part of it, is like puberty, right? So that's when, like, your genes are all getting like whoop, 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 right? So, because, like, when I was a kid, like, I was pasty fucking white, or I was, like, darker than my friends that were, like, from the Middle East. All right, like, there was no in between. Like, it was either one or the other. And come summer, my hair gets, like, black, but in the winter, my hair goes brown, right? Your hair color is not supposed to change, and if it does, it's supposed to be the opposite. But mine every summer it goes darker instead of lighter. Instead of reflecting all the light, it absorbs it. So I don't know about that one. That's just weird. But yeah, like when I was around, like, no. See, I kind of had a tan at 14, like around 13, 14. Because like that was when I started like being outdoors all the fucking time, like doing sports and stuff. Because I was like just trying to be more active. So I was like riding skateboards, I was riding my bike, I was even riding my fucking like Razor scooter, even though I didn't have Razor, I had like the Walmart Grandpa, whatever. Doing parkour, swimming, like I was very active, and then I ended up getting like my heart problems pretty bad, and then I kind of just stopped doing all that, and then I just started staying indoors all the fucking time, because I had no reason to be outside anymore. I couldn't be active. So ironically, I think if I stayed active, I would be a lot healthier than I am today. I wish puberty would have taken this stupid nose. I got my dad's nose and I hate it. I got my dad's nose. I can fit my thumb up my nose. You think I'm kidding, but I got a big ass fucking nose. I got big ass nostrils. Like, I could just stick my thumb right up my nose. No one believes me until I actually show them. They're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I don't even got small thumbs, man. I don't got like that weird like toe looking thumbs, but like, I got normal size thumbs for my hand size, and I got big hands. So, at least I think so. I think my hands look normal for the most part. Okay. But nah, like, I just find that like I'm lucky that like my big nose just kind of matches like my face somehow at the same time. I wish I had my mom's nose, bro. She has a button nose, bro. Like my favorite is like that shape. I'm trying to show my face on here, but like that shape where it's like that little curve and then it goes up instead of like straight out, right? Like a little bit of up, not too much, right? And like a short nose, like a tiny little, like, boop. I'm pretty sure that's called a button nose, yeah. But like, I like the little nose. It looks like way bigger on this than it actually is, but that's because I can't get the angle right. What am I doing? I could just turn my model. What am I doing? Like, that is way larger than I want it to be, but that's only because it's a Vroid, and any less than that and it just looks weird. But like, I like the nose being like very small. Very small. I like small nose. Tiny itty bitty nose. So I don't know, I like the cutesy features. Like, not for me. Like, personally, I like looking cute, but I also like looking masculine, so I like that middle ground. But like, in a partner, I like the little cutesy stuff going on. Because like, I don't know, a lot of us didn't get to like live our childhood, and we were like had to grow up too quick, or at least where I live. So I find it very endearing when at an older age, like when we're full grown adults, they can embrace that inner child that they never got to be, right? And they get to wear like all like the cute outfits, they wear all like the cutesy shit, they're into like the comics or like the video games, or like they're even like coloring, right? Sounds stupid, but like being able to be that inner child that you weren't allowed to be as an adult, I find to be very like endearing, because it shows that you still have like love for this world, you know? And even though shit can be bad, you can still find the good in things. And if you know, obviously are like cute and also match the outfits, because like, don't get me wrong, like I don't care if you're ugly and you enjoy it too, right? Like, you could be fucking Gruntilda looking motherfucker, all right? If you're doing you do you, man. Like, I'm not gonna judge you for it, right? But like, I'm not gonna find you cute doing it, right? But like, the cute features also helps, and I like that little button nose shape, and like the little, like, obviously youthful look. Most people like having a youthful look, but I like a mature personality. And I usually only go for women that are like older than me, usually, not always, but usually. So, because one of my favorite things is when they get carded and I don't, and I'm like, bro, they're older, and they're like, wait, what? My sister got almost all the good genes. She's got a button nose and the tan skin. Oh shit. Well, I'm sure there's beautiful things about you too, homie. You know what I do? If I ever have kids, I'm building that motherfucker in a lab. I'm taking that Rubik's Cube and I'm pulling off all the fucking stickers and placing them where I want them. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I gotta make a test tube baby. All right, if I ever have a kid, test tube baby, fuck it. I want that little fucker to have like my hair gene, right? Because I got like that good hair gene, right? I want them to have green eyes, right? Which is a recessive trait in like blue eyes, because technically it's a mutation. So in theory, I should be able to get that. Or I just get with someone that has green eyes, and then like I pick and choose all the DNA. I'm buff though, and she's not so hot. Bro, alright, you've already won then. You've won. I don't know why that one didn't pop up over here on Restream, but... Alright, you've won. I do like buff. Buff do be good. That's good. I gotta work out this year. I gotta get muscles. I wanna be buff. I don't wanna be buff. I just wanna be fit. Like, I'm slim fit right now, but I wanna, like, actually be like, boom. Someone seems to be like, oh shit, don't want him punching me. But like, I'm built like fucking Spider-Man. I don't grow. My arms just stay normal looking. Like, I look like I'm scrawny as fuck. And like, even when I was working in construction, my boss was like, yeah, you'll get bigger. And then like, I didn't. Like, he was like, what the hell? But like, you're lifting like 4 times as much as you did before. And I'm like, right? And he goes, your arms haven't gotten any larger. I'm like, oh no, they did after like the first 2 weeks. But they haven't changed since. And he was like, what the fuck? And like, even my brother was like, man, that is weird. Because like, I worked with my brother when I worked in construction. He was like, how do you not gain mass? I'm like, I don't know. I just gain a lot more strength. He's like, but like, the strength comes from the muscle size. I was like, no, it doesn't. He goes, yeah, it does. I was like, tell that to a chimpanzee. And he was like, what? I'm like, but tell that to a chimpanzee. Chimpanzee is like 1,000,000 fucking times stronger than you. And it's smaller than you. Its muscles are just different. Maybe I got monkey muscles. I don't know. Also, the scary thought is gorillas are incredibly strong and we've never seen one like work out. So we've never seen a gorilla in peak physical shape. We don't know how strong gorillas can be. And that's very frightening. Like, imagine if you trained a gorilla to work out. Like, think about that. Think about how strong that boy would be. That would be the greatest of apes. Like, we think we're the greatest of apes. That would be the greatest of apes. Like, nothing could stop him. He could punch down walls. Just food for thought. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes right down to it. We have never seen maxed out monkey. I gotta sneeze. That sneeze hurted, did it? Ouchie. Gecky, you show up at the end. What are you doing, bro? Where you been, buddy? Haven't seen you all fucking day. I don't even know if you sent me any TikToks today. Also, I didn't see your first message because I was reading Restream chat and for some reason it's not showing all of Twitch messages for some reason. Oh my god, daddy trash. Don't call me that. What the fuck? He really loves debuff. I do. Bro, coloring is the best. Yeah, I don't know why Restream chat isn't picking up everything. That is weird. Maybe Restream is having issues. But yeah. Gecky, what have you been up to today, my friend? Did you see the new starting soon screen? I shared it on Twitter. It's not as like long on Twitter as the actual animation is, but you know, whatever. Looking at things. Restream is doing the big dumb. Sometimes it do be doing the big dumb. It's just how it goes, man. Alright. Oh, my tummy! Quit rumbling, you motherfucker! I'm sure I could find something to eat later. Shut up, stomach. I literally, like, got out of bed and then I was streaming. That's literally what I've done today. To be fair, though, I've only had 1 smoke today, so I think I'm doing really good. I only had 1 smoke because I stayed in bed all day, but, you know. Not the point. But yeah, Gick, where you been, bro? We were talking about so many things. I feel like you could have had a good input on them. And yet you weren't here. Didn't have you here. There was no gift meister. Alright. Oh, big yawn. Holy fuck. Ugh. Oh my god. All right. Yeah, I feel like, well, we've done our 2 hours because, as I told you guys, we're cutting down from 3 hours to 2 hours. I might go longer some days, but I don't feel like doing that today. So remember that mostly not been doing much. Fair enough, fair enough. Are you gonna be joining us for movie night tonight? Because we're doing movie night tonight. It's Friday. We'll be doing that in about an hour after stream. All right. So let me just hop on over into here and then make sure that this is. Let's go past this. But yeah, I feel like you guys maybe, I don't know yet. I'll check to see what movie we're watching. Let me take a look-see doodle. All right, go movies and then Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're watching Thor tonight, guys. Tonight is Thor. Hell yeah. And then the week after that's the Avengers. However, since this is where I'm going to be calling it for tonight, I'm going to throw you guys over at 𝐵𝐺𝐻𝐼𝐻. Gek, we should play some video games later. I don't know when, but we should. Because I got a lot of stuff I want to work on tonight. No, you know what? I'm going to take fucking tonight off. I'll take tonight off and I'll work on stuff tomorrow. All right. Max getting here literally as we ended. Oh my god. I gotta find food too. Like, I'm fucking starving. My stomach is yelling at me. It's like, you didn't eat anything yesterday and you didn't eat today. I'm like, hey, not true. I had cookies yesterday. And it's like, you had 3 cookies yesterday. I'm like, well, shut up. So, you know, like, oh, what the fuck? I didn't use unraid. Go fuck yourself. Alright. You do that, brother man. You do that. I need to find food. I gotta survive. I gotta get sustenance. I gotta be filling my belly with something. Yo, I was like craving pizza and I'm still fucking craving pizza for like the past few days. And like, I don't have money for fucking pizza. So I'm just sitting here and I'm hoping that like a friend wants to hang out and grab pizza. Like, that is literally my goal right now. Because I have a few friends that like every time they want to hang out, they're like, let's go grab a pizza. And I'm like, okay. But like, they never message me right now. Only when I want pizza do I not get the pizza. It is big sad. All right, but yeah, go show 𝐵𝐺𝐻𝐼𝐻 some like love. He's good boyo. He's really funny. He is an amazing voice actor. And yeah, I hope you guys all had a fun time. Movie night is in about an hour, so aim for around 10-ish, probably a little after. I'll make an announcement in the Discord server, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Okay? Bye bye, everybody.